This video is made possible by the following sponsors. Make sure to check out their products as well as the rest of my gear in the description below.
Hey guys, Jimmy here and welcome back to Assetto Corsa for another video. In today's video, I'm going to be driving the most recently released car from the RSS GT1 pack, the Lando V12, or to you and me, the Lamborghini Murcielago. Now I don't know about you guys, but this is one of the cars that I used to Google and search on YouTube just to get onboards off, because the onboard noise of this car in real life is just fantastic. And I'm really glad to say that the RSS guys have done a great job of just capturing the noise and presence that this car had in real life. To show this car off in all its V12 glory, I'm going to be driving today at Monza, because an Italian car with a V12 engine just seems to fit at this circuit. So put on your headphones, turn up the volume and get prepared to enjoy audio bliss. Well, here we are then, sitting on a rather packed Monza grid, GT1s all around us. How awesome is that? We're inside our Lambo, waiting for the lights. A bit of a bad getaway, so we'll kick that clutch, get the rear wheels spinning, and away we go then for 5 laps, and already the V12 wailing behind me as we hurtle down towards T1 here. Of course, if you're familiar with any open lobby racing, Monza T1 always conjures bad memories, but we're okay. Didn't quite manage to hit the Lister in front, which is good, and those traditional Lister colours. Love stealing the yellow and green Lister. Trying to get through in one piece. Now going to go to the inside, trying to out-drag the Lister on the right, which has another V12. 3 out of the 4 cars on this grid have V12 engines. That is an awesome stat. The other one's got a V10. Not bad at all then. Down to the second chicane. Lister on our outside, booting the throttle on the downshift to blip and try and get ourselves into gear. A bit of contact of Lister actually turns into us onto the chicane and slows us right down now. He's on the inside for the first Lesmo. We're going to stay in third gear. Is he going to try it? He is, because up the inside is AI fighting hard already. This is very much a sprint race, so I don't blame it now for the second Lesmo. This car moving around a lot at the start of the race. It's far from planted to the ground, especially on this low downforce Monza setup. Up through the gears now, into top gear, 6th gear. Lambo in our little TV behind, Lister in front, brake just before the bridge on the first lap. Down the third gear, try and get the car turned in the rear is all over the shot, and I absolutely love it. This car moves around so much. And there's a little illustration of that for you. Right deep into the slipstream now of the Lister in front. Gonna have a look at the parabolic. Here we go, and pull out then. Not quite close enough to get that done. Again, you've got to be careful going in the corner. The rear end coming round. I just not managed to save it. And again, wow, this car is trying to kill me. That's what I love about this mod, is you know what the rear end is doing, and usually it isn't very good. But that's 1 lap completed then. And what I'm going to do for you guys is be quiet now and let you hear the glory of this engine without me rounding over the top of it. Sounds so good. You know me, I'm a bit of an audiophile. I love cars that sound good in sims, and this sounds absolutely amazing. I love it. RSS guys again have just knocked it out of the park, and of course you can see we're in VR today as I get a bit loose for the first Lesmo. You can see the detail in this interior as well, right up to standard with the other GT1 cars. I've got a Lister on my inside contact. Come on mate, you can't go 2x2 for the Lesmos. AI tries it though right. We've sort of fallen off the back of the guys in front, which is bad, because that means no slipstream, and losing slipstream at Monza is not ideal. Just Lister on the inside, just a quick check to the mirrors. I take quite a shallow line into there to try and dissuade him from sending one up the inside. Again, getting on the curbs. Setup could be, I think, a little softer around here. Tend to go quite stiff at Monza because it's a high-speed circuit. But I think you've got a little bit too stiff on the setup. Again, that Lister going to the inside. It feels like the Lambo isn't actually that fast in a straight line compared to some of the other cars. Try and make the grip work on the outside. I'm side by side with this now. He's going to pull ahead, but now I'm going to have the slipstream coming down the T1. Look how small the Lambo is compared to the Lister. See you later, dude. We're going to be on the inside then for T1. Try and spot our braking marker. There it is. Down through the gears, locking up a little bit on the way in, so we left the braking right to the possible last second. And then back on it now. Gained a lot of time on the AI in front, and then we now have a Viper in front, V10. One of the fastest cars in a straight line in this pack. This Lambo seems to be a bit of a cornering specialist, if anything else. Haven't really done many tests yet to compare it to the other cars to where it fits in, but you know it's competitive because here I am racing against these guys and having an absolute blast. I did a lot of practice for this, and half of the practice for this race is me just enjoying myself. Because you can see I haven't got any better. Fourth in between the Lesmos and back down the third gear. We'll try to throw it round, get on the throttle early. See how much the car moves. This car is alive. It's not like a static GT3 car off the day. These old GT1s were proper GT cars, and I miss them dearly. Up to a Scar, we're trying to get a better line this time, trying to avoid those big rumbly cars. Oh, car on its roof! He is not going to be in rush hour 3. There he goes. Well, bad luck him. Another place for us, I guess, but that me rubbernecking there and that Ferrari on this roof has caused this Lister to get up alongside. I can hear him, but I can't see him. There he goes, up the inside again. He's going to go very deep into the corner. Can't cut back over. No, he stops on the apex. Masterful with the AI there. Wasn't quite able to use the cutback, and now I have to rely on the slipstream. We're running quite a low wing around here, as you can probably tell by my slipping and sliding. But we should just about have the run for T1. It's going to be close. To the inside, try and outbrake him. Oh, heavy on the anchors. Car barely slowing down. You can see him having to kick the throttle on the downshift, blipping so the rear tyres do not lock up. You have to blip in these cars. I'm also happy to say that some of the issues that the cars seem to have with brake balance when this mod was first released has been thoroughly resolved. The cars now handle a lot nicer under braking. They were a little bit too tail happy before, but now they're good. Oh no, that's a bit fast into there. You know when you're going too fast, you can feel the rear start to squirm around, which is really nice. It's very nice to feel that in a force feedback wheel, because whilst you probably wouldn't necessarily feel that in real life because you'd feel it in your arse instead, it's nice information to have. Of course, us as sim racers, we don't have G-forces because we're plebs and don't deserve them, so we have to make that up in the wheel, and I'm glad to say the force feedback of this car is love it. This is definitely my favourite modern Assetto Corsa at the moment. Again, breaking into a Scar. Let's try and do this well this time. That rear end's trying to overtake me at every possible opportunity. You can probably hear the revs raise every now and then as I just go over a bump and the rear end gets loose and I just lose traction for a second. I live for that moment in this car. Parabolica then for the penultimate time. Can we get onto the back of this Viper? Oh, got that understeer there. I just tried to force it in. So many out of context lines in this video. I'm loving it. Just seems that at the moment I'm having trouble getting onto the back of that AI. There's such a thin line between oversteer and understeer in this car. It's really fun to learn to tread it. Just trying to get as close as I can to the car in front without just barreling into the back of it. Viper's so slow through there. On the exit, how is he? Oh, you can hear that rumbling V10 in front of me, and look at the Viper just streak away from me in a straight line. The power of that thing is absolutely immense. There's no chance I'm getting on throttle, so I've got to try and get him under braking somewhere. To the second chicane. Oh, it's from a long way back. Oh, contact. I'm going to give it back to him. I came from too far back then. Tried the old patented Jimmy dive. Didn't quite work out too well, but the race isn't over yet. But now it is. No, it's not. We're still in it. I thought I was going to spin then. We were so close. I think if I was to do this race again, I might run just a tad more downforce at the rear because I'm really struggling with that back end. It's just all over the shot. Makes for very entertaining racing though. Back up for the gears again. God, this car sounds good. I'm just enjoying myself doing this, and that's what this racing's all about for me, is sitting there and just having a great time. That's what's happening right now. Probably not going to be able to catch this Viper though. Oh! I tried to keep it flat through there and left to get to the back of the Viper and actually suffered. The Viper and Ferrari though going side by side in front. This could present an opportunity for a position if they slow each other up. Oh no, again, the rear end's my biggest enemy. Don't lose it. But now the Lister's going to be a threat. Where is he? No, he's a bit too far back. But there you go then, 5 laps at Monza in the Lando V12. We end up finishing 14th from starting, I think it was 18th, so we didn't really make up many positions. But that was a lot of fun, and each time a new update comes from this pack, I feel like it pays me back my investment tenfold. Such a good mod, really enjoying it. But guys, if you enjoyed seeing that Lando, sorry, make sure to hit that like button and hit subscribe to be notified of future videos. If you can think of better sounding cars than this, I want to hear them in the comments below. Take care, have an awesome day. I'll see you all next time.